Hermann Hesse, an author in pursuit of an authentic life. Hermann Hesse was born in 1877 in a small town in Germany called Kau. His family were devout Christians and hoped that young Hesse would follow a religious path. But Hesse was different from the start. He loved reading, writing, and thinking deeply about the world. He often felt out of place in school and once even ran away from a strict religious boarding school. From a young age, Hesse showed he wanted to live life on his own terms and find his own path. In his 20s, Hesse worked in a bookstore while writing poetry and short stories. In 1904, he published his first major success, Peter Kamenzind, which made him famous throughout Germany. But behind the fame lay deep personal struggles. During World War I, Hesse faced the death of his father, his son's serious illness, and his wife's mental health crisis. He himself fell into a severe psychological crisis, but eventually recovered with the help of Jungian therapists. This experience deepened his interest in Eastern philosophy, including Indian thought and Buddhism. Hesse was profoundly influenced by Goethe's sense of unity with nature, Nietzsche's philosophy of nihilism, and Dostoevsky's exploration of spiritual suffering and inquiry. From these inner explorations emerged some of Hesse's most famous works. In 1922, he published Siddhartha, a novel about a man's journey in search of the meaning of life and spiritual enlightenment. The book, heavily inspired by Indian philosophy, deeply moved readers around the world. Another key work is Demian, published in 1919. This novel tells the story of a young man growing beyond the moral dualism of good and evil to find his true self. The encounter between the protagonist Sinclair and the enigmatic figure Demian gave countless readers the courage to live authentically. Exploring the awakening of the self and the struggle for spiritual independence, the novel has remained especially beloved by young readers for generations. Other major works, such as Steppenwolf and the Glass Bead Game, also explore themes of solitude, self-discovery, and spiritual growth, touching readers across time and cultures. In 1946, Hesse was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. He was recognized for how his words touched and moved people across the globe. In his later years, Hesse lived quietly in Switzerland, writing letters, painting, and strolling through nature. He passed away peacefully in 1962, but his works continue to be read and cherished worldwide. To conclude, here is one of the most famous and symbolic passages from Demian, often referred to as the bird and the egg.
The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Whoever would be born must first destroy a world.
This poem symbolizes the pain and hope of personal transformation, and even today, it continues to inspire many people with the courage to live their own lives.